All right, Mashapop. So got a Sharash Ibar that I came up with. I've been wanting to share this for a while, and this is just going to be another witness that these people can't survive without us. Without us, they have nothing to stand on. Nothing to stand on. All right. How I'm going to do this? Where is it at? Okay. Yeah. So. Alright, let me do that. So, so this is, I think everyone is veterans. I don't think I have to go through the, I don't see anybody new. I think we're all veterans. Yeah, everybody is veterans, I think. So this is our Sharash Ibar, and this is going to be like a fun one, a funny one. Well, depending on how old you are. Of course, you guys know what that is. Comparing the paleo in red with the next generation in the brown box. So we don't have to go through that. We all understand now, and we're every day we're getting practical witnesses that the Bible that we're reading. These are Israelite scrolls written by other Israelites. And if you don't understand the Israelites, then you won't understand these scrolls. And we have a proof, a perfect proof text of this on side our Facebook page. I post things as the Most High put it on my spirit to get other people to go research and find it out for themselves. But at the same time, my page is public, so everyone from Israelites to Christians to atheists is welcome on my page to have a mature discussion. So I made a post last week. Can the Most High be a son? And everyone knows what I was alluding to. I'm trying to get people to objectively compare that Trinity doctrine. And one of the brothers who was an Israelite, he came on there with some philosophy saying, well, I'm a son and a father right now at the same time. And it's like, that's cute, but we need text. And, he wanted to invite me to his social media platform. I'm like, brother, we have a platform right here. People are paying attention, participating, because it was other brothers chiming in. So, but because he's of his flesh, he's a carnal brother, he just wants to grow a channel. So I didn't entertain him. And then Nariah tried to help. And because he don't know what we're learning, he doesn't know our original culture, it went right over his head. Nariah posted the breakdown of the word bond and the word Abba. So Nariah was trying to compare the word father and son in Hebrew. And it's like, when you understand those glyphs, you understand a father and son can't be the same people. Because, like I said last week, the Hebrew, our words are functional words. All of our words to equate to the English language, all of our words are pretty much verbs, action words. So we don't have the parts of speech like they taught us: verbs, adjectives, nouns, pronouns. All of our words are alive, and they're performing a function. So when you look at the functions of the letters for a father and then compare the function of a son, those two positions have different functions. The father is the strength of the whole house, and the son is just, he's responsible for one of the walls, or he's the established the seed of the house. So because bond is, man, I'm just letting this flow. I got all day. nothing to do. So when you look at the characters for Ba and the Na, he's the seed that's going to establish that house. Versus Abba, he's the strength of the whole house. So being the strength of the house and being the seed that's going to continue this house, those are two different functions. But because this brother don't know what we're learning, it went over his head. So it's a perfect proof text, like I tell you all, when you really seriously put time in to learn your culture, you really can't have conversations with other people who all they know is English and they really think the King James Bible is the word of God. When they're telling you they're quoting all these scriptures and pulling scriptures out the wazoo, Paul said, Jesus said, Messiah said, just bid them grace, shalom, and pray for them. If Abba be with them, they get understanding. But what we're learning, what the Most High is blessing us with, the other people just can't get it. So that's what we're standing on, our culture written by Israelites. So Bashapat, this is going to be a long one, so I'm going to play a song. Take a few seconds, see if you can decode this.
Mariah, I
Yes,
did
sir.
want to, I wanted to obviously give
Oh,
praises to the Most High, but I wanted to give you your flowers for the way that you handled that situation, because I was one of the ones that was reading and kind of following what you all were saying, and then your response to the guy saying like, hey, let's get on, a Zoom or YouTube or whatever it was, of him like come on his podcast or whatever. Your response of just saying like, no, let's post the scriptures here, edify the people now. And I was like, that's all praises, because that lets you know people are in this thing for a show, or they're, because I was gonna comment, but I was like, nah, this is a men's conversation, I'm gonna stay out of it. But I give all praises to the Most High for the way that you responded, because let's say if he's saying, come to my podcast or come to my YouTube channel or whatever, and that takes 2 to 3 days. People don't have 2 to 3 days. The Most High may be bringing judgment right now, and people need to see what it is that His Word says. And so I just was like, all praises to the Most High for the way that you responded. So I wanted to acknowledge that and let you know that's all praises. So yeah.
all praises. I have to give all praises to the great I am because I started to go south side on him. I started to go south side on him and respond in my flesh like, you are a social media Hollywood Hebrew, and then the Most High, again, these songs that these brothers are coming up with, Zamaria's song, you know, give control to Yah, and Most High said, no, this is a perfect time to show the difference between a spiritual Israelite and a physical Israelite. And then again, I also have to give credit uh, to my wife, because that's why I named her Gomaria. Gomaria means, it has different connotations. Being perfected by Yah, Yah has perfected, and of course Yah is perfect. So by me being humble enough to take my wife's criticism over the years, I've learned how to be disciplined and humble. So I can't take credit for that, because I was really, I'm at work bored already, don't want to be at work, want to be on my bike, and here you come with some nonsense. So my flesh kicked in right away. I was about to give him all Southside reaction, and then it says Most High started dealing with me. So all praise to the Most High for being with us. He cannot fail us at all. So Mashapop, this is today's phrase. It is a phrase, and it's positive. It's positive. So take a few seconds, see if you can decode this.
Too many on the promise, just regret my help. See, I invested in the heavens, I can't rep my wealth. Cause if this market crash, your bonds can't help me exit hell. I stay so they get revealed in the furnace. I'll be real, I'm not feeling like I am who I'm supposed to be. At least I know for my shit.
I used to pray in the morning, I was sinning by the evening, preaching on a Monday, fornicating by the weekend. Claimed to be a follower of Christ, but wasn't even. Had to rethink some things in my life in order like sequence. Really thought my sinful life was pleasing. I was reaching, wasn't trying to repent, I was tweaking, dibbling and dabbling in the deep end. So one day I was showed me I need cleaning, cut my old self off. I had to leave it, cause I can't be halfway. Trying to stay centered like Bon Clay. In God's word, I'll stay. They try to tell me that it's no work in all play, but to me that sounded like the Broadway. Faith without works is dead in the grave. State the works to your lovers if you do what his commands say. Don't be stuck in the middle. Seesawing is the worst way. Pick a side, don't be two-faced.
Ain't no such thing as halfway room.
Please help me in this booth. The spit hot balls and the spit the truth. Rose got strips stacked up to the roof.
But still got burnt as if it wasn't fireproof.
You get spewed out.
You lukewarm.
Real juice are back and we get a toss home. Chef, bring the alarm. Bring the alarm. Think it's a game until the strips come out. Real breakdown they know nothing about.
Too puffed up and just bow out. No doubt the chasing clouds. Ain't no shook hands and signed hand. Even in strange lands we strong as blind hands.
Only blessed can stop us from trying in.
By the blood we all win.
Our righteousness has to exceed that of the Pharisees. Your cats still lacking the conviction that our Abba needs. You think you got it figured out because you had a dream? Trust me, the hardest one befalls in this days. God is speaking to one nation, yet we privatize. Keeping up a bunch of knowledge, thinking that we wise. Though I thought that we were tired of hearing all the lies. The cats on their own time, spirits minimized. If my people fall by my names or humble themselves, well, I was not asking, sound like he's telling us. Gave us another chance when we should have perished.
All praises. That was our very own elder Zaquan Marian. His halfway bruised track. You heard Ak Yashar and his rib. Sister Lena going hard. They are our Ashford and Simpsons of the Hebrew community. Masha Pak, anyone get anything for this? I know it's kind of a long phrase, but
Cadabra.
what you say? What you say?
He said abracadabra.
Abracadabra. What you got?
I got that too, and then I couldn't. I need more time. Like it'd be taking me some time to figure these out sometimes. But what did come to my mind was like power in your words or something like that. That's pretty much what came to my head. Besides abracadabra, power in your words.
All praises, all praises. So the brothers are all on it. Everybody, this is a Hebrew phrase, abara kadabar, abara kadabar, or a bar kadabar. We don't know when to drop that last A off, so either a bar kadabar or a bara kadabar, and they are absolutely right. This is a phrase. They're saying they really don't know where the etymology comes from, but it's a lot of conjecture that this was a Hebrew phrase, and of course everything becomes corrupt when you get into the hands of wicked Israelites. So some of our Pharisaic elders, they actually turned this into a amulet, and there's an image you can Google where they took these letters for a bar kadabar, and they formed it. They made the letters form a triangle and made an amulet out of it. And as people were asking for healings, like if you were going through something, a fever, they would tell you to wear this amulet. And it's like, man, why do you that's why you have to be careful who you listen to, and just because it's ancient doesn't mean it's righteous. A lot of these brothers are like, well, the ancients did this, the ancients did that. But when you look at the ancients, the majority of our nation, the ancients were wicked. So you have to really do your homework, and just don't be going with the bandwagon. Like, where did it come from? Just because it's ancient Israel, who started this? It wasn't approved by Yah. So abracadabra is their phrase abracadabra. And even on the my children used to watch it, my girls used to watch it, the witch show. There's a witch show, Charmed. I think it's Charmed, with the young lady. I grew up watching her on Who's the Boss. I can't think of her name, but anyway, they used to say it. They used to say it before they cast a spell. And the musicians, if you ever been to a magic show, I'm not sure these days, but I know back in the 80s, if you went to a magic show, you best believe the magician is going to say abracadabra as he's performing his trick. So what this means in our language is Abarya means the ox head is acting as a pronoun for I, and bara means to create. Bara means to create. So Abara means I create, and Kadabar, the ka is acting as a prefix, and that prefix is like or as. So I create as I speak. And it's like I don't know why you had to turn that into something wicked with an amulet and all this mess, because all we have to do is speak life, by the blood of Yahushai. The elders before Yahushai, they used to ask requests, by Abraham. I remember Solomon's sister, when she was trying to avoid being tainted by that Gentile who wanted to lay with her, she mentioned David's name. So it's like, you didn't have to turn this into something wicked. It's our culture, our inheritance says that a man should be satisfied by the fruit of his mouth. So if you keep saying I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, you're gonna always be broke. But if you're just saying no, I'm temporarily restructuring my finances, or you may be feeling the pain, but just keep saying I'm getting better, I'm getting better. Like, so a bar katabar is pretty much I create as I speak, or you're gonna have what you say. And I came across this a couple months ago. I said I'm gonna share this one day with the Masha Pop. But that's all this is. They turned into something wicked, saying abracadabra, and it's like, these pagans have no idea the power of being chosen by Yah and being a righteous Israelite. So a barakadabar, I create as I speak. Any last comments or questions before we close this out?
Khan, I was looking at it from the negative connotation as far as our wicked ancestors and how this could be used as a incantation for witchcraft. I'm looking at your idols, or the like the four-footed idols, like the golden calf, ruling the house of man,
Yeah.
which leads you out of the door of the house of the chief.
Uh-huh.
So by us following idols, we're leaving the Most High, essentially.
Facts. When you start trusting in that amulet, you think the amulet that you just put around your neck is going to bring you to healing. Yeah, that's an idol. You just, like you saying, you just let yourself away from Abba. So, it's just one of those things I came across. And there's even a song you guys can Google. Those of you who like the '80s, there's a song that came out. I can't even think of the group. We used to sing it, Abracadabra, Abracadabra, something. There's a song called Abracadabra, and it's like us Israelites. Again, man, the Most High's word is so practical. When He said the whole earth is going to be blessed, Barak, enriched by Abraham's sons, they have no entertainment, they have no language, they have everything this earth is enjoying. When you trace the roots back, it goes back to one of Abraham's sons. So all praise to the great I Am. I thought this would be a nice, fun word to share and just share some history. But Like the Oxfords are on it. This is their word, abracadabra, and because they don't know how to, well, two things. Even looking at this word on the screen, it's another proof text that the ancients knew our language only had a short A. They knew, but because they don't know fully how to process the glyphs, they changed Dabar to Dabra. That Dabra is really Dabar words. So and then in between those ABR, we know it's just the short A sound. Abara Kadabar. I speak, I create as I speak. So that's their pagan word, abracadabra. And again, it's just proof in the pudding that Judah makes and the Gentiles take. Just no way around it. We are the salt of the earth, and it's. I think I put it on my Facebook page a couple weeks ago. Even because it was a screenshot. It was a screenshot from this PDF I found about us being taken, and I'm paraphrasing the screenshot, but it was like this Gentile is saying, even in the Jews' fallen state, they still managed to influence the world. And I said, who does this sound like? Even in a fallen state, we still influence the world. And it's like us being from the ghettos, we still make the ghetto fashionable. Okay, so I can't afford, new clothes, but I'm going to do my clothes like this. Hip hop is the prime example. Hip hop started by poor ghetto children, and look at it, you can't turn on the TV. Everything is being sold by hip hop. I even watch, some of those sitcoms and movies. You see those characters using our slang. So it's just one of those things. I'm proud of our nation, and even though we're still downtrodden, I know the glory of Yah is going to return to us. So all praise to the great I am. That was our Sharash Ibar.